Hi guys, welcome to Learn Japanese with M. Today, we're going to discuss the difference between くないです and くありません. These two are both negative forms of adjectives. By the end of the video, you'll be able to tell whether おいしくありません or おいしくないです is correct. So let's begin. First of all, let's have a revision on the types of adjectives in Japanese. There are two types of adjectives in Japanese, namely na adjectives and i adjectives. Na adjectives end with na. For example, きれいな, 大変な. So きれいな is beautiful, 大変な is difficult. So on and so on. These all end with the letter na. On the other hand, i adjectives end with i. For example, 長い、短い、暑い、寒い, which means long, short, hot, cold. For na adjectives, we just have to delete the na, which is at the end of the adjective. So for example, for 簡単な, which means easy, we just delete na here and then add ではありません. 簡単ではありません. 簡単ではありません. And as you may know, じゃ and では are the same in grammatical sense in Japanese, although they differ in formality. So, 簡単じゃありません is also correct. And moving on for i adjectives. In i adjectives, what we do is to delete the i and add くありません, くありません. So for example, 長い, which means long, will be 長くありません. We delete the i and add くありません. 長くありません. So this means it is not long. For ないです, 簡単な will become 簡単ではないです. 簡単ではないです. Similar to ありません, we just delete the na and add ではないです. 簡単ではないです. And because じゃ and では are the same in grammatical sense, so 簡単じゃないです is also correct. For i adjectives, 長い will become 長くないです. 長くないです. We delete the i and simply add くないです to make ないです form. 長くないです is not long. So, what is the difference between ありません and ないです? When do we use ありません and when do we use ないです to express the seemingly similar or the same meaning? Actually, both express the same meaning, with ありません being slightly more formal than ないです. And while only ありません form is taught in most Japanese textbooks, ないです is way more commonly used in Japan. This table summarizes the formality to express the negative forms of adjectives. On the left-hand side, there are the least formal expressions, and on the right-hand side, there are the more formal, most formal forms of expressions. And please note that the pink box on top is larger than the blue box on the bottom, and that's because, as mentioned previously, ありません form is slightly more formal than ないです form. Let's first look at ありません form. Na adjectives, 簡単じゃありません. 簡単じゃありません is more formal than 簡単ではありません because じゃ is less formal than ではありません. But these two expressions both means it is not easy. It is not easy. 簡単じゃありません. 簡単ではありません. For E adjective, using ありません form, the only option is 長くありません. 長くありません. And this is very formal. 長くありません. Let's look at the blue box here. ないです. For な adjective, the least formal is 簡単じゃない. 簡単じゃない. And slightly more formal than that will be 簡単じゃないです. We add です after 簡単じゃない. And the most formal form of ないです is 簡単ではないです. 簡単ではないです. We only changed じゃ to では. じゃ to では. All these expressions mean it is not easy. Moving on to the E adjective, the least formal form will be 長くない, 長くない. And the most formal form will be 長くないです, 長くないです. We just added です. So, on this slide, I would like to share with you some historical background of why ないです form has become more commonly used nowadays. In the past, adjectives were only followed by ます form, which means あります、ありません、ありません form was the only form that was used. However, in 1952, the Agency for Cultural Affairs in Japan has decided that adjectives can also be followed by です form for convenience's sake. Since then, schools started to teach adjective plus ないです, adjective plus ないです for negative form of adjectives. That's why adjective plus ないです has become increasingly popular and common nowadays. So I hope this video has been interesting and useful for you. If you like this video, please press the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. See you soon, and happy learning Japanese!